Lads and ladies, by the time this video goes live, Season 13 of MFL will have started, and I feel like it's finally our time here at Royal Livy Rovers to get promoted from the Ice League, hopefully by winning the entire thing. Now, for anyone who watched last week's video, you will have not only seen we're planning to operate a very attacking 4-2-4 formation, but you may also have seen a sneak peek of some of the players we've got in on loan, and we're going to delve into them today. So let's take a look at the team that I truly believe could be a title-winning Ice League side for this coming season. Starting with a top-down view of the plan and structure of the club for Season 13, and we're still planning to focus heavy on loan expenditure to support the club for a promotion. Myself, I'm happy to spend up to 50% of my revenue share to get a top squad in. Now, last season, I will caveat and say we came third, which is pretty good, no question about it, but then we had the stress of a 3-game playoff system where, well, quite frankly, where we bottled it on game 1. It didn't go to plan, so to speak. So considering that push to come third and to some extent the revenue expenditure we spent in doing so, effectively it all went to nothing as we couldn't secure the promotion our hearts so craved. Now, for the coming season, we're going for a similar plan, but slightly adjusted in the sense that I focus my revenue share on top elite players for the Ice League, not like the lower band below it. We want the top elite players, just to be clear. And this is because last season I was hesitant to spend more larger chunks of my revenue share pie on higher rated players, and perhaps I spread that revenue share more evenly throughout the squad, with bigger percentages going on more bit part players last season. So this season, we're going for a Hail Mary attitude of loaning a few less players in terms of quantity, but using a higher revenue share percentage where necessary to get more quality. Quality over quantity is the name of the game today, people. We're of course still wary of making sure we get value for money on any deals we make, and in doing so, we've still managed to stay within the 50% soft limit that I set myself while making an uber competitive squad for the Ice League. So let's go and check out said uber competitive squad for match day 1. Starting with the goalkeeper spot, Stringer here is a long-time servant of the club, but at 65 rated, he quite simply isn't up to the standards of the current state of the Ice League. The dreaded retirement icon has also hit against his name this season, so he will see out the next 3 years at the club as our backup or cup goalkeeper, but it means we have gone out and spent 10% of our revenue share on a 75 rated goalkeeper in the form of Heemskirk, and here, goalkeepers don't have stats on Play MFL currently, but this season is more of a test for me on the game in sense of having a goalkeeper who is only 5'9", which in real life for a goalkeeper, that height could effectively be a death sentence to having a professional career in goal. So we're here to test how that affects a Play MFL goalkeeper this season, and we're going to see what he can do for the club, because a rare is a rare in any case, so I'm sure he's going to do just nicely for us. Now, fullbacks, we've gone for 2 more players already club owned who have also had retirement icons pop up next to both of their names ahead of this season, so they've got 3 years left in them. That's Holden at left back and Derek Cook at right back, and these two certainly make up the weakest part of my team, especially if you almost pair off a 4-2-4 formation, you know, with your fullbacks, centre backs, midfielders, wingers and forwards. Their ratings are fine for the Ice League, 72 and 69. It's not bad, but it's certainly not good. Usually I'd be more keen on improving these parts of my team by spending more of my loan revenue to get some, improved players in. But in this specific 4-2-4 formation that we set ourselves up in, there isn't as much attacking impetus in the part of the fullbacks. They're just there to stand around, look pretty, and do a solid job defensively. So I think with that in mind, they are fine to use as our starters for this coming season, especially if we are looking at squeezing some final value out of these cards before they depart into MFL retirement heaven. Now over to the centre-back spots, and this is where we've perhaps gone for 2 of the weaker loans in the team, but combined I think they should make a quality centre-back pairing in line with our tactics, both centre-backs 74 rated each, and that is Bermudez as the left centre-back wall and Muratalla as the more adventurous right centre-back. Now ideally the latter, Muratalla, would have slightly higher pace to help him work back out of position a bit quicker as a centre-back who has more freedom to drift from position, but his dribbling stat of 73 is quite ridiculous, even if a bit unnecessary for a centre-back, so he definitely fits the mould of our ball-playing centre-back and drifting centre-back who joins the midfield a bit more often. This does mean Bermudez is the last line of defence where his 77 pace can certainly come in real handy, and that's alongside his strong defensive and physical attributes. The midfield pairing is then one that anyone who frequents the channel should know and love by now. Raymondo Shaw, the English Paul Scholes, as the creative outlet, with Scotty May as the anchor beside him. Now, Scotty May is another long-time stalwart of the club who will be retiring in 3 seasons also. We had a bit of bad luck on the retirement wheel this season. But that's fine, that's the name of the game. It just means he'll likely be rotated out with Dixon here on the bench a bit more often this season. Not only to give everyone, room to recover after each game, but also to give his replacement Dixon more experience and playing time and potential progression. But overall, that's the aim we have. My 3 centre midfielders can seamlessly flitter in and out of each tactical role to allow rest and rotation throughout the midfield. If we then move on to the wingers, Conway heads the way at left wing as my other club-owned rare player at 75 rated, and he's been one of our main dangers ever since we purchased him all the way back in Season 5. In fact, during his time at the club, he's racked up 168 appearances, chipping in with a solid return of 77 goals and 61 assists during those matches. So he's always been a danger man for us, and we hope that is no different this season. And he's got great shooting and pretty decent pace and dribbling attributes to make him the kind of player we need, the latter of those two being a big factor in this 4-2-4 tactic, which is why I ensured my right winger on loan was super kitted out in those stats, where we secured Burkhart for 12% of our revenue share, which of course is a heavy amount to give away, but when you look at what we're getting in return, it's a 79 pace, 85 dribbling beast on the right wing. So thinking purely in terms of the Ice League level, he is going to be unmatched in that role. And who will also hopefully be unmatched is my strike partnership, where I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm going to have the highest rated striker in the league, again for 12% revenue share here, but we managed to get Laporte on loan, who is rated a whopping 80 in the Ice Division. Let me say it once more, in the Ice Division. That's crazy, 80 rated in the Ice Division? Are you hearing me? That's mad. He's going to score so many goals. I mean, everything about this card for where we are is low-key, mid-key, high-key, insane. And realistically, he has everything we need as our furthest man forward. Our mini Erling Haaland, if you will, who is purely focused on goal-scoring output. He boasts 87 shooting alongside a very nice 83 pace, and he even has 70+ attributes in the dribbling and physical department. He should be unplayable at this level. We've then got that man, Stefan Hooper, the Lord and Saviour. He is lower rated at 74, but we all know he feels like 100 every time he steps out onto that pitch. And he's going to be playing the more supporting role this season in attack, hopefully dropping into that 10 spots and pressing defences to try and cause high frequency turnovers of play. His biggest asset to this role is of course his 90 pace, which should scare any defence, not to mention being a 6'4" physical specimen with decent shooting and dribbling to boot. And I think next to Laporte, these two up top should manage to play off each other perfectly and hopefully be the attacking force that we need to finally win the Ice League. So for anyone who can't tell, attack is the name of the game this season. That game is the name of the game that we're playing, and we're looking to outscore teams through sheer force of will. Up top, yes, we are a bit weaker in defence and could be suspect to counter-attacks, but we can tinker tactics along the way to make sure that doesn't happen. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, if we win every game 5-4, that's fine by me. All of this in total is 47% revenue share output on loans, and we actually have less loans as mentioned in comparison to last season due to focusing on stronger players. I think what this means for the club is that we're likely going to be going all out in the league and then playing a full backup team in the cup, to ensure we preserve our fitness for our main focus, the league title in the Ice League. The cup is a sacrifice I'm willing to make to ensure we have a valiant effort at that number 1 spot in the league. But there you go, that's the starting 11. Will it be good enough to win the league? I have the faith, but you're going to have to stay tuned to find out by liking and subscribing. And hey, if you're keen on joining the fun on MFL yourself, you can do so by signing up to the game using my referral link in the description down below, where there are some extra goodies on offer if you sign up to the game using my referral link in the description down below. So I'll catch you out there on the MFL streets, and I'll catch you next time, because I love you.